Hey guys, welcome back. It's the next day. I took the amp board out of the Satan's Hollow because I know this is working. I just rebuilt this a couple weeks ago for Satan's Hollow, so everything's new on it. Not everything, not the resistors and everything are not. But let's plug this into this game and just see if possibly I have too bad amp boards or not. So we're gonna plug this in and turn this on and see if anything happens. If it doesn't, then unfortunately it's gotta be something with the PCB. So either this is gonna go really quick video, or we will be rebuilding one of these and see if we can get it to work. So let's see what happens here. I have not tried this. Let's see if we get any sort of noise. This takes a minute to turn on this monitor. I don't even know what monitor is in here yet. It's in such a weird, funky angle that you gotta really get in there and look. But eventually I'm gonna be pulling the monitor out anyways. Is it coming on? Yep. It's rolling a little bit. The hold needs to be adjusted. But that's okay, I don't care about that right now. Let me credit this up. Credit switch fell in here. Now it's still making that clicking sound. Nope. See, it's something with the board. Has to be. Yeah, it's still doing that same sound. I'll have to see if I can't fix that rolling on the screen real quick. Let me try to look in here. It's a real tight fit. It's a G07. It is a G07. I'm going to use my drill here as a light. Okay, you can see it rolling in the screen. Let's see if I can't find the horizontal hold. God, this is in a crappy spot. You know what? I wonder if I can get to it better through the coin door. There's that piece of paper in the way, but there is a access hole in the paper. Must be to get to these controls here. Can't read it. Darn it. Let me pause this for a minute. It's getting better as the monitor is warming up. Okay, as it warmed up, it quit doing it, but I'm going to try to adjust it a little bit. Should be the first dial closest to me. Okay. I turned it a little farther, so now that looks pretty good. So hopefully that'll stay where it's supposed to stay now. I think it probably from the 500-mile ride home with it rattling around and stuff, it could have just moved that pot a little bit. I don't really care for those pots in the G07 too much because they're metal. I like the ones with the little knob that you can just turn by hand. It makes it a heck of a lot easier. So now let me try to do some researching and see if I can't figure out what would make this sound not work. Okay, I'm looking at this board a little closer here and been reading through some stuff, and if you notice, like these caps right here, they're plastic. I think they're called titanium or I forget what they're called. I never can remember the name of them, but I believe these have been changed. It looks like these two here and this one over here. Now these are changed with regular actual caps. Now I don't know if these need to be these plastic ones. I do have more of these plastic ones from my Journey game. When I had tried to rebuild my Journey amp board and I tried to use regular capacitors, it would not work. So it wouldn't hurt for me to change these 3 out with some of those extra ones I have from the Journey game. I will try that real quick. I will go get 3 caps and change those out and see if by chance if that could possibly be the problem. Other than that, it said to check these caps up here. There's 4 of them, 1 in each corner. They're all reading 4.9 volts. If I put the negative on the negative side and the positive on the positive. Now, they don't look blown out or anything, and I can't say that I've ever really seen any of my MCR games with new caps in those 4 corners. So let's give it a shot. I mean, it's worth a shot to see if those caps are the problem. If not, it's really no harm. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to go grab 3 caps, swap them out, and see if I get anything different. Okay, they're called tantalum caps. I only have 2 of them. I need 3. I thought I had a bunch more than that. I thought I ordered extra, but apparently I only have 2. We could try replacing 2. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. Now, before I unplug this board, I'm sitting on the floor of my shop. Before I unplug this board, I did run a meter. I put my negative on that side and positive on that side, and it was 1.3 volts. I don't know if that matters or not, or if that does anything. But I just figured I would remember that, and we can retest it afterwards. But I don't know that if anything's going to happen, if this is even the problem. If it is the problem, is it going to help by only having 2 of the caps and not 3? I don't know. Kind of just trying to do a little troubleshooting on my own before try to figure out everything possible before I have to send it off to get fixed. I mean, this has definitely been worked on before. I'm going to see if I can just do this with my solder gun rather than having to get my other gun out. I mean, this has definitely been worked on for sure. Okay, I want to see what the value is on this. So darn small. 10 UF 16. These are 10 UF 25, so these will work because it's the same UF value. So I'm just curious if these, I would be nice if just these 2 made a difference, because then I can order more and fix the problem. Now the tapered side on this is positive. I remember that from replacing them on the Journey. Somebody messed the pads up on them, but hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. That's not going so well. Trying not to burn myself, and I'm also trying not to screw the pads up any further than they already are. Okay. All right, that one's in. There's no pad there. These idiots. This one, they ran solder over. So this one, they bridged the solder over to this other pin right there. So we'll have to do the same thing, like that, And then this one, I need to see, is that a trace on the top side of the board? Not sure. Yes. Yes, it is. Goes right to here. So hopefully we'll be all right with that. We could see the trace goes right over to there, so we should be able to get the multimeter on that. Let me grab it. And we'll put it on continuity and see if we get it to go from here over to here. Because it looks like that's the trace. Yes. Okay, so that one's connected. So now let's try to do the other. Or you know what? Let's check the other side. That trace goes over here. I got to make sure I cut these legs off. So this one goes from here over to this chip. Okay, we're good there. These are real thin. You might be able to just gently wiggle them back and forth and they might just break off. Yep. Usually you don't want to do this because you can break the solder. But these ones are pretty darn small, so let's take off this one here. See where it's at. It's right here. Now I highly doubt this is going to do anything because, especially because I don't have the third one. But I just don't know. I'm not expecting anything. Okay, now we gotta get this one in. Another hot day in the shop. It was raining just a little bit ago, so got the door shut. Okay. Don't know where this is. This is supposed to go to this rail. Okay. Does this one go to this rail? Or does it go on the top like the other one? No. It goes on the bottom side. I'm trying to see where it goes to. This is definitely not the right way to cut these. I don't recommend doing this. See, now this is touching that rail, and I don't know if that's right. Now, does this one need to be touching this rail? I just don't know. Somebody had replaced them, and I don't know what it looked like, you know? Because like right next to this pad here, no, I don't think it's supposed to touch. And it's not, so I just don't know what it goes to on the top side here. Oh, there's a trace right there. Let me see which one it is. It's the positive side. Can't tell where it goes to. goes to the middle, by the middle of it. Well, let's plug it in and see what it does. I know I'm not touching that other rail, so let's see if it does anything. Be nice if I hear something, because then I know that I need another one of those caps. But like I said, I'm not very hopeful that it's going to do anything. I don't think it's going to do anything. The only reason why I'm trying this is because this is what happened with the Journey. And I tried replacing it with regular caps and it did not work. Okay, so we're plugged in there. Let's go around here. I did pick up some samples for some paint at Home Depot today. I'm gonna roll this cabinet. I'm not gonna spray this one. So I picked up some gray samples, but I don't know that, now that I got back here and I'm looking at the gray, this gray has a little bit of a greenish hue to it. So I don't think any of the samples that I picked are going to be close. Because with this side art, with these planes coming off it and stuff, I just think it's going to be better to just do a roller job on it. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. I have nothing against doing that. So we'll do it on this one. All right, see if we hear anything. Like I said, you know, that third cap isn't changed, so. Oh, one of these two speakers up top were unplugged, and also the marquee light wasn't turning on because there is no marquee light. So I gotta find one of those. I think I have some extra ones. All right, let's credit it. Yeah, I'm still getting the same popping sound. And I know when I clear a board, you can hear the volume very slowly. Or very quietly. You can barely hear it. So unfortunately, I don't know that if I should bother changing that other chip or just send this off to get fixed, because I don't know that that other chip's going to make a difference. But you can definitely hear it. So let's look at some samples here of paint. I guess this video is not going to be very productive. Yeah, that's way too gray, too light, too light. Yeah, it definitely has a greenish tint to it. Nothing I have is going to work. I didn't realize it had a greenish tint to it. This is the closest, and it's still too dark. Okay, I'll have to get some more samples. But yeah, we're going to use an acrylic paint on this, or what do they call it there? I think it's acrylic, isn't it? I'm not sure, but we're going to find a paint sample that matches this. Or I could maybe take the back door up there, I don't know. And then I can I don't have to worry about taping off any of this artwork. I can just tape or paint around it very carefully. You know, get it as close as possible. If I can get a really close color, I can get it, you know, just get it real close to everything, and it'll turn out really nice. So we'll see. And then the black isn't in too bad a shape either. I'll probably just roller that too. I got to take this that speaker grill off. I'll take that off and spray paint that. Obviously the coin door needs to be repainted. It's pretty rough. As you can see here, it's pretty rusty. So that's definitely needs quite a bit of work. I'll probably end up changing those coin chutes. I have new ones of those. The buttons, we'll have to wire wheel them on the grinder and put some polish on them, and hopefully they won't corrode again. I have another badge for this, so we're good there. And I think I have some more new 25-cent things. I'm not positive. I have to look and see if I have more of those. I might not actually. I might have to order some. And I have plenty of black T-molding, the textured T-molding. I did order a control panel overlay. I ended up ordering it from This Old Game. It said it was in stock, so hopefully they print it pretty quickly. But I'm gonna mess with this for a few more minutes, then I'll come back. If I can't figure out anything else, I'll call this video done. Okay, I've done all the troubleshooting that I possibly know how to do. Obviously I don't have a logic probe or anything like that, so I can't get into doing anything with the board. I'm gonna have to send it off and have somebody figure out what's wrong with it. I even tried putting a new speaker in. Just wanted to cover everything before I sent it off. Wanted to make sure that for some dumb reason the speakers weren't blown. That's not the issue either. So apparently there's something on the board that's causing the problem. Not sure what it is, but this is just a quick video. Figured I'd cover the bases and just try everything possible that I knew how to try. So, all right guys, that's gonna end this video. Not really anything too important or anything like that, but I figured I'd do a little troubleshooting and see if I can come up with anything. No luck, it happens. Not really much you can do, but it'll get fixed. At least I know it works. Controls do work. The joystick that's in the cabinet is the correct joystick. It just has the wrong color handle on it. But I do kind of like the red handle. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it or not, but I definitely have to get rid of that tag that says Tron because obviously it's not a Tron. So, all right guys, that's gonna end this video. If you like what you're seeing, please like, subscribe. Other than that, any questions or anything, feel free to ask. And I will get some more paint samples and see if I can't come up with a greener colored gray so that we can roller this cabinet. All right guys, have a good night. I will see you later.